Hello everyone, my name is Imperius and welcome back to Eviternity II. We're into the third episode now, and we're starting off with the level Titan, where we have a rocket launcher start, and it's like we're in this little circle. The walls are going to slowly open in segments, and we're going to have ourselves a little set piece fight. So it starts easy, imps and pinky demons, and it gets progressively more challenging. Next wave we're going to have is... you want to grab rockets from the middle first, because that area is hard to reach later on. So it's... what is the next wave? It's pinky demons... no, spectres and nightmare demons. Well, that's obnoxious, isn't it? So my strategy for this fight is generally just to stay in one of the segments, because it disrupts the monster pathing from other segments if they even know you're there. But some of the enemies are actually deaf or can't get to you, so it actually prevents the number that can get you at any one given time, which will be important for the last wave, because the last wave is of course Archviles. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't woken up yet, and we're going to get a shot on the Archviles. If you stand in this one particular, you can get a good shot on those two as they come towards you. And then there's a couple more around the corner from where I'm stood now, behind the wall, who, yeah, see, he was deaf, and a whole bunch of Hell Knights and stuff are deaf as well. And this is why Nightmare Demons are a great choice for this, because they don't die in one rocket, they get you. But now the walls are down, we're going to get out, and we're just going to run around the back. There's a Mancubus. Is there a Mancubus? Why do I think there's a Mancubus? There's not a Mancubus. But there are a lot of lost souls, which again is just such an obnoxious choice for a rocket launcher only fight. And I say that endearingly, like these guys, they know what they're doing. It is a good fight, it's enjoyable. Interestingly, when I did this on Ultraviolence, I think I did it first time. I don't think I ever died on this version of the fight on Ultraviolence. Like it wasn't that difficult at all. And yet, even though coming into Annihilate Me, I knew what was going to happen, as in walls were going to lower, we're going to have enemies come in. This took a few attempts to actually get right. Like this fight is a lot harder on Annihilate Me than Ultraviolence. Which again I quite like. I think it's borderline. It's sort of bordering on the tough, very difficult slash, I don't want to say unfair, but it's like it's that sort of end of the spectrum, as this difficulty is clearly intended to be. So it's not to detract from it. But I thought this one was particularly interesting. The fact that even though I knew what was going to happen, the fact that there were more enemies and the enemies were higher tier made this fight a lot more challenging for me on Annihilate Me than it did on Ultraviolence. Because that has been the opposite in some other places. In some other places I found it quite difficult on Ultraviolence to really get the fight down, and then doing it on Annihilate Me is kind of a bit of a formality. Anyway, sidetracked. We're nearly done with this this opening area now, and this entire episode is absolutely beautiful. The sort of mix of concrete structures with the sort of natural foliage and trees and plants and everything is really beautiful. This is so far definitely the best episode. Definitely the best episode aesthetically. I mean, look in the background there. You've got this big sort of looming building. There's like fog and rain. This is just stunning. It's just stunning. And it's only going to get better from here. So 488 enemies. I mean, that's not an insignificant amount of enemies, but I would still say that this is a fairly short level, as you would kind of expect from the first episode, the first level of an episode. But it is deceptively difficult, this level. Like I feel that having gone through the Heaven episode and then the Aztec episode, we've definitely put our big boy pants on now. Like it has really stepped up. And it'd be very interesting to see if that continues. Because I don't remember this level, this sort of episode being particularly difficult on Ultraviolence. No, it wasn't standout anyway. But I would say that this level, especially compared to the ones in the second episode, does stand out as a bit of a step up in difficulty. For now, we're just going around the outside. We're going to clear out all of the monsters. There's a lot of health bonuses in the water, so I do kind of want to be somewhat efficient in how I pick those up. But there is no more armor. There's no more blue armor. I think maybe there's a secret blue armor a lot later on in the level. But apart from that, I think armor is generally pretty scarce in this level. Now, we're in the outside watery area at the moment. We're going to go into the structure and work our way up it to the absolute apex where we'll have the final fight. There are two ways you can take into the structure. One of them is down here. If we follow this sort of path downwards, we can go into the bottom of the structure this way, which I wouldn't recommend. I think this is harder than the other way, but you can do that if you want to. Instead, we are just going to grab the loot, kill the monsters for that max kill count, and then we're going to go back and do the other way, which is up here. Yes, there's quite a lot of stuff around that corner. Just exercise caution and you'll be fine. Don't do that. What did I lose? Like 50 armor there? Wow. Shotgunning Mancubi. Not exactly the most thrilling gameplay, I know, but it is safe. Watch the kill count. Does it go to 231? It does. So that Arachnotron is dead. Pretty sure that Revenant up there is an Annihilate Me exclusive. I don't remember that obnoxious enemy being up there on Ultraviolence. And I think there's some Nightmare Demons as well. There they are. Got to get those armor bonuses. They're very valuable. Now, we go into this next section, and we run through, we'll press this switch, and then we're going to turn around and get out, because this area is going to fill up with lost souls. Now, of course, they don't count towards the kill count, but I still want to kill them. And sadly, we can't do it without taking a single hit, it seems. But this is pretty bad. Like, I don't want to be losing health and armor to these things. Not these things. We won't be getting another suit for a little while. couple more, I can hear them. There we go. And another one. Any more? Good. So now we will go back and get enough health bonuses to fill us up to 200. Or whatever I can find that's left. And there we go. Perfect. And we have managed to stretch out our blue armor a bit, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. This is where it gets a bit more spicy though, because down here there's a lot of, well, chain gunners at first, but there's also a lot of barons, and they are on the left and the right, and they are the rocket variant. So, quite deadly. So what I want to do is just tease them. Just tease them out. Tickle them out. Because I don't want them all to run out there, because I plan on using the area to my right behind me as my rat hole to kill them. I can hear Hell Knights dying to rocket barons. Is he going to come around the corner? He is. Right, we'll wake some more up. There's 3 of them down there. Is there any more to my right? Doesn't look like it. Are they infighting? He's fighting with something. So it looks like the ones over here in fought too, because they're dead. And yikes, that was close. So what's that, like 7 Cyber Barons in this tiny space where they flank you? Like, that's tough. That's tough stuff. I got a little bit lucky with the infighting there, I think. I have died to that bit on Annihilate Me before, where I've come down here, been a bit over eager. I was going to say overzealous. Over eager. And being killed. Like I said, this level's no joke on Annihilate Me. But here, I think we can hopefully get this Eratnatron to infight, and he's infighting something. Is he infighting? Yeah, they are infighting. Oh, that's good. Yeah, the Cyberbound doesn't stand a chance. And then we can just fire a couple rockets. Watch the kill count. 302. There we go. He's dead. Secret switch. Secret astral. Secret astrals. 2 of them. Don't go too far down that corridor because there is a trap. Here's our second blue armor, and I think I've got to pick it up now. I would rather have not have, but I think we've got to. Right, now watch out for this trap. The floor will lower, and you'll be stuck in a little pit with imps and a nightmare demon. Focus on the imps. It's quite lucky that the nightmare demon got stuck there. Press that, and that will get us back out. And we can come in here. We might as well clear these out now. We're going to get back to this area a little bit later on. Once we get the red key, so we can press that switch to start the fight. Now, this area here is actually where you would arrive if you had taken the other route at the start. And you would end up here first. But like I said, I personally don't like that. I think it's more difficult. It's not that I don't like it, I just think it's more difficult, and you don't need to do it. It also means you've got to backtrack more to kill stuff if you hadn't done it earlier. So I take the route that I've got, and I quite like that. Press the switch, focus on the pain elemental, then worry about the archvile. And the cacodemons, there's a couple of revenants as well, and some hell knights. There's the archvile, he's come back. And he's dead. So, not too bad. If you can keep on top of what's going on there, that fight's not too bad. Well, I shouldn't really speak too soon, it's not over yet. There we go. There we go. And there we go. That wasn't too bad at all, was it? Right. Now we've got... we don't have the red key. It's over here. And as well as some rockets. Now we've got the red key, we can start this next fight. Now this next fight, I would say it can be cheesed, but this feels really intentional. So press the switch, hug the wall until the doors are open at the top, stand back, aggro the archvile, and have him blast you out of the arena. That was pretty sloppily done. But like it just completely changes the fact. Like, I can't imagine that that's not an intentional way of doing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't put an archvile on that pillar. The stairs raise, so I don't think you can actually get out of that arena unless you get blasted out. But if you do get blasted out, it just makes it a lot easier. Still not free because of the high tier enemies that are super deadly. But way less of, you know, just outright Sudoku than if you were in there with all of those enemies. And at some point the stairs raise and the enemies can get out. So that's the exact same strategy I use on Ultraviolence. It works on Annihilate Me as well. However, like I said, it's not free even when you get blasted out. So I think in one of my attempts I actually did die when I got blasted out. I then got hit by, I think it was a Cyber Baron rocket. Because I couldn't quite see it through the corpse and it just caught me by surprise. Like this is maybe taken maybe 3. This is maybe attempt 3, maybe attempt 4. It has taken a few. The first fight took a little bit to get down. This section as well, I died on it I think maybe once. Like I said, this is the first level that feels like it's actually really trying to kill me rather than just trying to be a difficult ambient playthrough experience. So I'm all for that. My approach as a reminder, if you're new to the series, is that I will play through the level once blind, off camera, usually with saves and loads and a variety of cheats, just to sort of get a feel for how it's going to play, and then I'll just dive straight into recorded single segment runs. You can't really do these. I can't really do these blind on Annihilate Me. I need to sort of have a plan in place because the difficulty is quite punishing otherwise. But I think once you know what's going on, nothing has sort of really waylaid me at the moment. Although, like I said, this one has taken a fair few attempts to get through. Oh, we picked up a Berserk. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm still wary that there are Cyber Barons down there. I think this is how I died in one of my previous attempts. They got a line on me. I was maybe stood on one of the shelves and a rocket hit me. So I'm trying to be very wary of that by staying a bit further back. Still nearly got hit then. But I think we're in the clear. Are there any more down there? I don't see any more. Didn't an imp just kill a mancubus? Good on him. Open this door, we can go out. It's a secret area. Get ourselves a soul sphere. And then we're at 200, 100, which is the best we can hope for going into the final fight, which is up the lifts. Up these lifts, there's one either side. You can take either route, takes you to the same place, doesn't change the experience, really. And now we're outside, so it'll trigger when we push the switch. So we'll start off by collecting all the ammo. There's going to be revenants that spawn on the little plinths, and then on the big plinth there'll be a cyber demon. So we're going to push that. We're going to kill the revenants. We're going to do laps around the cyber demon. We don't want to shoot the cyber demon because we want him to kill some stuff for us. What the hell was that revenant shot? That was like a straight 80. More stuff is coming in. I really want those revenants dead now. It's taken a little bit longer than I would have liked. We've taken a bit more damage than I would have liked. The revenant's still alive somehow, despite taking like 6 rockets. And now the door has opened behind them, and there's a whole bunch of mess back there. But you don't really need to worry about it because it kind of takes care of itself. Stay this end of the cyber demon. Stay downwind of the cyber demon and kill anything that gets close to you. Otherwise, try to not aggro the cyber demon on the platform because he will do work for you. There's a lot of astral mancubi back there who are very good at infighting. Although I'm going to kill this one. Opportunistic. He's still not dead somehow. They're far too tough, those things. Is he going to kill that Oranotron from me? He is. And now I'll kill him when everything's dead. So you can see what I mean. Like, there was a whole bunch of mess behind that wall, but actually staying down here and letting them all infight themselves, it just works quite well. You don't actually need to do very much. Now we'll pick up some ammo, some armor, get back up. There's one more fight, 5 enemies left. I think they're all... No, there's 1 cyber demon and 4 astral mancubi. But we can just run away, so it's not that difficult. We just want to make sure I've got enough ammo to kill them from a distance. So push the switch and you just run away. Just don't bother trying to piss about up there. You just run away and kill them from a distance at your leisure. Or leisure. Watch out for the purple ones. They do home on you. Well, they retarget you. Otherwise, we're just going to wait. Wait for them to get into optimal positions, and then we're going to kill them. So I don't think anything is infighting at the moment, but we got one of them to infight. That yellow is just so deadly. I don't think he's going to infight, not from there at least. This is getting a bit spicy. Need to reposition myself. Only 3 enemies left, 2 astral mancubi and 1 cyber demon. I mean, very cautious here. You don't need to be this cautious. I just don't want to die at this point. We got the yellow. We'll have to run away from that. There we go. One more. He can't kill me from down there, can he? Probably can. These things are deadly. And there we go. All the kills, all the secrets, and as a bonus, all the items for you. Off we ascend to the next level. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.